Kiambote, Ngizambote, Evamukututala una tutondele. Welcome, glitch, some glitch technology. This always happen when you're live. Thank you. We're going to learn Kikongo, the language of Congo Kingdom. Ngizambote, sisa longa ndinga sieto, ndinga Kikongo de totila, kintilika Congo de totila, tutondele. Thank you very much, brother and sister. Okay, I think Sister Rachel, you're going to read. Remember, I'm going to display the text, the PDF we were talking about. Before that, we are going to watch a movie, not a movie, a documentary about Congo Kingdom. Very good. It is from BBC World News. And just try to bring my.
Ponzi, you forgot the greetings.
The reading.
The greetings.
Yeah, we're going there. Don't worry. Don't worry. I forgot. We'll do it later. We need to.
He has a lot for us today.
All right.
We need to set up the stage first.
Exactly. And get that.
Brother David here. Where is he?
Hello.
Kiambote.
Brother, I can remember when we were talking in the background. Kiambote. You missed. Yeah, well done. Now you did miss it. Okay, we're going to play the video now. Very important. It's a documentary about Congo Kingdom. Here we go.
Kinshasa, the capital of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, one of Africa's mega cities where millions live, work and play. And this is Luanda, the capital of Angola. And this is Congo. Now, these were all states that were created at the end of the 19th century during what became known as the Scramble for Africa. But these territories formed part of the historic Kingdom of Congo. In this episode, we find out about this ancient civilization and how old lineages were devastated by European colonizers, and also why Belgian rule of the Congo represents one of the most brutal chapters of African history in this era. The Congo River is the second longest in Africa after the Nile and is the deepest river in the world. It's been a vital part of life in Central Africa throughout the centuries. Today, drivers of cars and trucks pull up by the river for a quick wash of their vehicles, and people fish regularly, hoping to get a good catch. The river bears the name of one of the great kingdoms of Africa, which tragically was to fall victim to the ambitions of the Europeans. We meet a member of one royal family in Congo who's nearly 100. She recalls the cruelty of Belgian rule. Her great-niece is overcome by grief as she relates how her great-great-grandfather, King Misiri, was shot dead by a Belgian captain for refusing to hand over his land.
On a beaucoup d'émotions, comme vous le sentez, vous le voyez. C'est rare. Quand je viens ici, d'habitude, c'est toujours en larmes parce que partout où l'on passe, on nous rappelle. Excusez-moi. Excusez-moi.
And we see how the Kingdom of Congo is linked to two of the most important female figures in African history, Queen Nzinga and Kimpa-Vita. First, let us turn to the origins of the Kingdom of Congo. This was founded in 1390. The people south of the river lived in the largest portion of the kingdom, covering parts of what are today the Democratic Republic of the Congo, the DRC, and Angola. About 100 years later, some people began to move northwards and settled in what became the Republic of Congo and Gabon. Professor Isidore Nziem is a Congolese historian and contributor to UNESCO's General History of Africa volumes, on which this series bases its facts. I ask him to tell us what we know about the founder of the Congo Kingdom, called Lukeni Luanimi.
À partir d'une réalité, c'est que il avait la maîtrise du fer, du travail du fer. Et le royaume va se construire spécialement sur cette technologie, parce qu'on va estimer que quelqu'un qui maîtrise le travail du fer, c'est certainement un surhomme. Et donc c'est sur cette base-là. Et d'ailleurs le terme Mani Congo proviendra de là. Mani, c'est le seigneur, un Congo, c'est le fer, c'est le maître du fer, on dira le roi forgeron, quelquefois. Et il va commencer là, et il va réunir la population autour d'un pouvoir politique et qui va commencer. Et c'est comme ça qu'il devient le fondateur d'un tout autre royaume qui sera plus important, plus prestigieux que le petit royaume d'où il provenait.
Le grand royaume que devient le royaume Congo. Donc le mérite de Nimi Alukeni, c'est d'avoir réussi cette alchimie, cette union, créer une espèce de nation, donc un peuple, une terre, une langue. Le Congo devient un terme générique qui englobe un ensemble de peuples, un territoire et une langue, et qui se fonde sur un mythe fondateur commun.
The Mani-Congo, or King Lukeni Luanima, established his capital at Mbanza, Congo, which is on the border of modern-day northern Angola and the DRC, and is today a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Mbanza, Congo was densely populated, giving the Mani-Congo a ready supply of manpower. And there was a clear division of labor. Each regional group or clan had its own profession: pottery, weaving, basket making, and trade was based on a system of barter. Textiles, for instance, could be exchanged for other goods. Less than a century after the Congo Kingdom was established, Portuguese sailors arrived at the court of the Mani-Congo Nzinga a Ukuwu in 1483. The Mani-Congo and his son and heir were persuaded to become Christian. He took the name João I, and his son became known as Afonso. By the time Afonso became king in 1509, the seeds for European domination of this part of Africa had been sown. A year later, the Portuguese began what became known as the transatlantic slave trade. King Afonso I was opposed to this and wrote to the Portuguese king telling him,
Écoutez, vos gens qui sont ici ne respectent personne. Ils prennent comme esclaves même des gens de ma maison, donc les gens de ma famille. Il faut interdire cette activité parce que cette activité n'est pas conforme au christianisme.
Ils arrivent avec un discours d'amitié, de coopération. C'est après que les rois africains se rendent compte que derrière ce discours-là, il y avait des préoccupations économiques. C'est après qu'ils vont se rendre compte, notamment à partir de l'activité des missionnaires, que les missionnaires sont beaucoup plus intéressés à la traite négrière qu'à l'évangile.
Afonso tried to prevent people from being illegally enslaved, but in 1542 he died. But once a king died, there was usually some dispute over the succession, either between his brothers or the sons of the Mani-Congo. Sometimes these rivals would form competing factions for power, and the rivalry could last for a very, very long time. Over the following decades, the Kingdom of Congo was subsumed by power struggles, which weakened its control over its domain in some dependent kingdoms, such as Ndongo to the south, ruled by the Ngola people. And apart from internal rivalries, there were also the activities of the Portuguese, who were increasingly trading in slaves.
Bon, dans la mesure où le royaume du Congo ne va pas collaborer correctement à la traite négrière, l'intérêt des Portugais va davantage aller vers plus au sud, donc vers le royaume d'Angola.
The Portuguese wanted slaves from the kingdom of Ndongo, and by 1575 they had established a new slave trading colony at Luanda Bay in present-day Angola. They conquered coastal areas which could serve as slave trading hubs and launched slaving raids inland, or relied on local rulers to sell them slaves.
Esta colaboração é uma forma de corrupção. Então, o povo, os grandes, digamos, que estavam dentro desse processo, os notáveis, as personalidades que tinham contato com os portugueses e queriam tirar proveitos econômicos neste processo da venda de escravos. Então, é um facto, havia essa colaboração, mas foi uma forma de corromper, digamos, as comunidades locais ou as pessoas que queriam tirar algum proveito econômico neste processo.
But most communities were opposed to the slave trade, and this period of African history has given rise to one of the best-known queens of that era who resisted the Portuguese. She was Queen Nzinga of the Ndongo Kingdom. This is a towering statue of her in Luanda, the capital of Angola. In 1635, Nzinga formed powerful alliances and was in constant warfare with the Portuguese for about a quarter of a century. She was a deft diplomat, a skilled negotiator, and brilliant tactician. She managed to hone her skills during her long life. Professor Scholastique Nzinga takes up the story of Queen Nzinga.
La reine Nzinga est une des grandes figures féminines de l'histoire de l'Afrique. De son nom congolais, c'est Nzinga Mbandi et elle sera baptisée dans la religion catholique sous le nom de Anna Nzinga. C'est une personnalité très forte dès son enfance. En tout cas, son père remarquait son intelligence, sa force de caractère et tout au long de sa vie, elle va développer donc ses qualités.
Nzinga had been well trained by her father. In 1622, she went to Luanda, at first to try to negotiate with the Portuguese on the royal family's behalf. The Portuguese official was seated, and he expected Nzinga to sit on the floor on a rug. Affronted by this, she commanded one of her male attendants to go down on all fours, and she sat on him instead, as this 17th century etching illustrates.
Elle a gouverné pendant longtemps, oui. Et ce qui fait qu'elle restera longtemps au pouvoir, c'est parce qu'elle va emporter beaucoup de victoires. Bien sûr, il y aura des défaites aussi, mais c'est une guerrière. Elle va même en mettre en place un réseau de renseignement, aller prendre les informations, pouvoir vaincre ses adversaires. Donc, elle met en place un service d'espionnage, donc de renseignement militaire. Et à l'époque, ce n'était pas facile parce qu'elle a en face quand même des gens qui, militairement, sont supérieurs. Mais cette femme donc, va se battre, va affronter les Portugais, les troupes portugaises, et jusqu'au moment où le Portugal sera obligé de céder. Et donc, on va lui proposer un traité de paix.
But the balance of power shifted over the years in favor of the Portuguese, and Nzinga died in 1663, unable to stop their ascendancy in the region. Soon after Nzinga's death, the Kingdom of Congo fell into the grip of civil war, with the Portuguese playing off one faction against the other. But then another great African woman rose to the fore and tried to restore the glory of Congo. Her name was Kimpa Vita. She was from a noble family and was regarded as a prophetess by her followers. She had her own Christian movement and was bitterly opposed to slavery. She led a revolt against the Portuguese in the early 1700s.
Kimpa Vita, c'est une femme qui va, elle aussi, marquer l'histoire du royaume de Congo. Kimpa Vita, elle s'impose au XVIIIe siècle dans l'histoire du Congo en tant que résistante à la domination portugaise. Elle va agir en tant que personne illuminée. Elle reçoit un message de Saint Antoine. Donc sa mission, c'est la restauration du royaume de Congo. Elle va, par exemple, impliquer tout le monde dans sa lutte, aux jeunes. Elle va demander aux femmes, aux vieux, à tout le monde de s'impliquer. Mais ce qui est important, c'est que cette femme a donné sa vie pour le salut du royaume, puisqu'elle sera brûlée vive.
Do you think that the role of women in history has been somewhat overlooked?
Donc, il faut qu'on révise les manuels d'histoire, qu'on accorde beaucoup de visibilité aux femmes dans les manuels d'histoire. Et ça, c'est le travail, je crois, de tout le monde. Les pouvoirs publics doivent prendre conscience qu'il faut que chacun chaque citoyen se reconnaisse.
The heroic resistance of Kimpavita and her violent death in 1706 at the hands of her enemies have secured her place in the history books. But such efforts to save the Kingdom of Congo ultimately failed, and by 1880, most of it had been reduced to decentralized trading villages. This period ushered in a dramatically new and tragic chapter for the people of Congo. The kingdom's former territories became ruled by the Belgians.
Yes, 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 yes. Yes, I mean, okay, you know the feeling, you know? Sadness.
Yes.
What can we do? Anyway.
Oh, we can all. That was amazing.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
Very. Tutondele.
Tutondele. Okay. Thank you very much for being patient. That is wonderful. It was wonderful for me to follow this video. Okay, I'm going to share. I think we did a test before we came live, but I'm going to display. You need to listen to me carefully because the same test, brother Emek, I remember before we came live.
Okay.
Syllable. Pitch, up, down.
Mm-hmm.
When you are down, it means one thing. When you are up, you mean something else. Very careful. We have 3 forwards. Let me just display it. 1 minute. Sorry, I'm going back to the same. Okay. Yes. Okay, it's there. Listen to me carefully. Don't rush. Be careful. Where's my? Yes, is there? I'm just going to read the 2 first words. Yes, for the pattern is the same. You got 3 syllables. Here we go. Kiambote. Diambote. Let me just repeat it. Kiambote. Diambote. Taimika, can you read from the first to the last one, please?
Okay.
Following the same pattern, please.
Okay. Kiambote.
Mm-hmm.
Diambote.
Mm-hmm.
Mambote. And Mayamba.
Okay. Well done. Well done. Give 1 minute. Okay. Okay. Tata Devi, can you try please? Let me try to help. Kiambote. Diambote. The last 2 should follow the same pattern. Kiambote. Diambote. Tata David, please. From the beginning, please. Sorry. Your mic is off. Sorry. Can you?
Self.
Okay, good.
There, now we're good. Kiambote, Giambote, Mambote, Mayamba.
Okay. Let me try to. Where's sister's gone? Kiambote, Diambote, Mambote, Mayamba.
Mayamba. Okay.
Mayamba.
You got it, yeah? Brother, sister, sorry. Brother Emma, can you try it again? The same pattern. Kiambote, Diambote, Mambote, then Ma, please, from the beginning.
Kiambote, Diambote, Mambote, Mayamba.
Mayamba. Mambote,
Mambote,
Mayamba. Mayamba. Diambote. Tata David, please.
Kiambote, Giambote, Mambote, Mayamba.
Well done, well done. Tata Emeka, one more try, please.
Okay. Kiambote, Diambote, Mambote, Mayamba.
Mayamba, well done, well done. Okay, Tata David, I think you remember, I'm going to display, you can read, either you read it here from here, remember the text about Bentley?
Yes.
You can, it's up to you, you can read from here or from your own paper.
Yeah,
When you read it,
I
please.
printed it out to make it easier for me.
Okay, that's fine there.
So,
When you read it, please.
yeah, so William Bentley, 1887. He said, at every point and turn, the richness, flexibility, exactness, subtlety of idea, and nicety of expression of the language revealed themselves. We find then the Congo speaking a language so exact and truthful that the tricks, the double intention, the falsities, and illogical perversions which are so freely perpetrated in European languages would not be possible in Congo argument. Half the quibbles and mountains of reasoning thrown up upon strained usage of words and indefinite expressions could trouble no Congos, with so exact and definite a speech at their command, an elaborate and regular grammatical system of speech, of such subtlety and exactness of idea that its daily use is in itself an education. Kibinteli in Congo Central Province in the DRC is a town that was named after him, a gifted linguist. In 1887, with the aid of a Congolese assistant, Joao Nlevo, he published the first English Kikongo English dictionary, and he also produced a grammar of the Congo language.
Tutondele. This is huge.
Tutondele.
Tutondele. Brother David, can you help us? Can you summarize what? I mean, this is huge, you know?
Yeah. These Europeans often had no idea what they would encounter when they came to the continent. And Mr. Bentley, once he dove in with both feet to study the language of Congo, understood very quickly that these are a great people. He began to understand something. Well, linguists like him had been discovering for a long time that if you study the language of a people, you can gain insight into how they view the world.
Wow.
Into who they are as a people at their core.
Yes.
And he had discovered to his own dismay that European languages often were a pastiche of many languages, including ancient Roman, and that there are many, many different words and phrases that mean roughly the same thing, but perhaps not exactly the same thing. So he's responding here to the fact that, you know, he looks at a very litigious society where he came from back home, and where there are volumes upon volumes of scholarly discussions about what lines and paragraphs of litigated cases really mean. What did they say here, and what did they really mean to say? An argument upon argument about that, right? So these are languages that allow a great deal of obfuscation.
Yes.
And so what he discovered was, oh, I see something about these Congolese people, that this is a language. I used to have a friend who was a theater director in New York, and his message on his message machine was very terse and pretty intense. He said, if you choose to leave me a message, be brief, and then say what you mean and mean what you say. And what Dr. Bentley discovered was that these Congolese are people who do exactly that. They say what they mean, and they mean what they say. This is a language for people who love both spirituality and science.
Wow.
Because he discovered, okay, this is very exact. And when you say something in Congo,
You mean it.
The clarity
Mm.
of what you mean
Mm.
rings like a bell.
Mm.
It can mean nothing else. But this is a language devised by people who place a high value on truth telling and on being direct.
Oh.
And so that was his major takeaway, I would say,
Mm.
from the study of this language. So I think you find in Mr. Bentley
Mm.
someone who, when he came to study the people of Congo, walked away with a much greater respect
Yes, yes.
for the people and for the culture than he had when he arrived,
Mm.
because the language deciphered for him something quite profound and deep about who the Congo people are at their core.
Mm. Mm. Wow. Tata David Matondo Masaka. Tutondele.
Well said. Well said.
Well, thank you for your help. Wow. Let me bring some comment from Nengwa Luis. Thank you, Sister Luis. Oh, can you read it for you, Tata David? Awesome. Did you follow that, Sister Rachel? Did you follow that?
Yes, I follow. I listen to all of it. It's absolutely a beautiful, wonderful rendition. Wonderful.
Sure.
You know what's interesting though, brother David, is exactly right. When I began years ago to engage our brothers and sisters in the capacity of working with Angolans, they were very direct. All right. And so it was a little bit kind of like, oh my gosh, you know, you can't say too much around them because they're going to just come out with it, you know. And so
Okay. Sorry, sister. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Taimeka, your take on that, please?
Oh man, it's beautiful the way you broke that down. It's proper, you know, and I think it really shows, you know, to me the superiority of the Congo language. That you can, you know, there's so many different variations to say something to make sure that you express exactly what's within you, you know. And so to me, what you
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We're going to Proverbs now, brother Emeka. Talking about the language.
All right.
Okay, there's someone. Okay, there's a test for you, all of you. Someone is writing Kikongo. This is a message to you. Nengwa Rocho, can you read it? Sister Louise, I'm sure you're following. If you can comment.
It says here, Brother Eduardo Caristo Lutete is saying, Tu Zolele Wai Kikongo.
And Nengwa Louise, if you are following, please, can you just translate that? Oh, sorry, brother. Put you on the spot, brother David. Sorry. Brother David, can you translate? There's a message for you. People are saying something for you. Saying something to you. I mean, they basically saying that they want you to speak in Congo, Kikongo.
Yeah.
Me too.
Ingeta.
Okay, someone saying hello from far from.
Oh, from Pakistan.
Thank you.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay, we're going to Proverbs now. Sorry.
Okay. In Panzi, I was just gonna ask to Zole. What was it? To Zolele.
Okay, let me bring it back. Sorry.
Yeah, to Zolele. That means want as well, because I know doesn't Zole.
Oh, wait now. Carry on. Wait down. Want? Yes. Yeah.
Okay. He said, want you to. We want you to.
We want you to.
Okay, to speak Kikongo.
Yes.
Say it in Kikongo. Yeah.
Okay. To Zole, Zole also, or Zola means love as well, right? And
want, yeah. Basically saying that I want.
Okay. To want.
I want to hear.
Desire. The desire.
Wa. Remember wa?
Wa, yes. Okay.
Thank you very much. Okay, we're going to the Congo anyway. Now we're going to the Congo proverb. Brother Emeka, be ready.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try I'll do my best. I'll do my best.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, sorry. I need to remove this. I'm getting wrong positions. Where is it? Bear with me 1 minute. Okay, it's there. Okay. Yeah. Yes, we got the screen here. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Time maker.
Okay.
You read in English. I'll give us Kikongo version, please.
Okay. He who is unable to carry a burden finds fault with the pad. A bad workman blames his tools. Hence, he who accuses himself excuses himself. That is in Kikongo.
Your first word is there. Your first word is there.
La Quantete.
Yes. Unina
Vunina
Kata.
Vunina Kata.
Well done. Well done.
La Quantete. Vunina Kata.
Rachel.
He who is unable to carry a burden finds fault with the pad. In other words, a bad workman blames his tools. Hence, he intends to say, he who excuses himself accuses himself. So we say in Kikongo, lakwa lakwa intete vunina inkata.
Yeah, well done. Make sure you don't the nasal N. You don't read N. N is there for your nasal. La quantete. Well done.
Lakwa intete.
La quantete.
Vunina inkata.
Kata. Thank you. Brother David, I know you did it last time. If you can do it again, please.
Okay. He who is unable to carry a burden finds fault with the pad. A bad workman blames his tools. Hence, he who excuses himself accuses himself. And in Kikongo, that's Lakwa Ntete Bunina Kata.
Well done. Thank you very much, brother. Tito Ndele. The next one's coming. Brother Emeka, Tata Emeka. Over to you, please.
Okay. You cannot put your hand twice in the ignorant's purse. Forewarned is forearmed. Unkutu Azoa. Mbalamosi.
Isiwanga.
Koko.
Koko. Well done.
Koko. Yes.
Nengwa Rachel, please.
You cannot put your hands twice into the ignorance purse. In other words, being forewarned is being forearmed. We say in Kikongo, Inkutu Azoa.
Yes.
Mbala Mosi. Isiwanga Koko.
Well done. Wow. Tata Davidi. Kikongo Davidi. Please.
Yeah. You cannot put your hands twice into the ignorance purse. Forewarned is forearmed. Kutu Azoa. Balamosi Isivanga Koko.
Well done. Kutu Azoa Balamosi Isivanga Koko. Wow. I'm very impressed. Wow. I'm still thinking about your reading, your explanation on text, Bentley text, Tata David. Wow.
It's very phenomenal. Very good.
Know your people, You know your people. Okay, now we are greeting. We're going to greet each other. And Nengwa Rachel Kiambote.
Aha.
Kiambote
Tatempa. Ingeta Tunamavimpi. Tutondele.
Wow, Tutondele. Tata Emeka Kiambote.
Kiambote Yaya Mpanzu.
Dona mavimpi, eh?
Ingeta Tuna Mavimpi Tutondele.
Tutondele, tutondele. Tata Davidi, Kikongo David. Kiambote.
Kiambote Tata Mpanzu.
Dona mavimpi, eh?
Ingeta Tuna Mavimpi Tutondele.
Tutondele tata, tutondele. Wow. I'm very impressed. Wow, well done. Okay. We're going to the main lesson today. You have 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Let me see, where's my, is there? Yes. Wow, I'm very impressed. No kutwa zoa, mbalamosi isiwanga koko. Yes. Okay. This time I'm not going to ask Brother David, no Sister Rachel, no Tata Emeka. Kikongo word, utokozi magambi.
Utoko ki, say one more time. Utoko ki.
Utokozi magambi.
Zimakambi.
Magambi.
Makambi.
Utokozi means?
Oh, ingratitude is not
Oh,
good.
well done. So ingratitude
is bad. It's bad.
Thank you very much. That's why we say, this is us, you know? Remember the reading from Brother, the explanation from Brother
Yes.
David.
Yes.
It comes from heart. So
Yes.
we thank people. If you see the scroll, Matondo kwa yenu, I always give thanks to those brothers that are helping us, you know?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Tata, can you read for us just the first 3 lines, please?
Okay. Congo language course. Malongi Ma Kikongo Kizombo by Professor Hazel Carter and Reverend Zhao Mokondekwa.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's just move on quickly. Carry on, please.
All right. The course is designed to teach you to speak rather than to know about Kikongo. These are special teaching drills, not testing drills, as in some language laboratory courses.
Thank you, Tata. This is Professor Hazel Carter's words. The last one, please.
Okay. In 2001, Professor Hazel Carter received the Distinguished Services Award from the African Language Teachers Association.
Yes, you are drinking from the fountain, you know. Pure water. So today is negatives. Negatives. Pattern. Let me just read quickly. Osinga. Then ve, kasinga, kutuko. Remember this. Maybe next time. I don't know when, but in this study, nga, nga, nga. I don't know about other language, but as far as I know, as European languages, no one announces the questions. I mean, nga is announcing a question. Yeah. I want to ask a question. I start by saying, nga kwiza quiz, mean that as soon as I say nga, you know that the question is coming. Okay. Only Congo, Kikongo, that's it. Omwana osinga die is the child going to eat. Then kasinga diako. Only Congo person. Tata Emeka. Omwana osinga die.
Omwana osinga die
Mm-hmm.
ve kasinga dia nkutuko.
Mm-hmm. Remember, long vowel, Kikongo is
Omwana.
the international language. Mm. Long vowel and N and T, the tone, very important. Can you read again, please? Omwana.
Omwana osinga die
Well done.
ve kasinga dia nkutuko.
Yes, tonal language, Kikongo, yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. Nengwa Rachel.
Kinto,
Okento. Mm.
Okento, Osinga, Lambe,
Mm-hmm.
Ve, Kasinga, Lamba, Nkutuko.
Well done. Kasinga Lamba Nkutuko. Tata Davidi.
Okento osinga lambe ve kasinga lambe nkutuko.
Thank you. Ka, ka or sometimes Ki, ki in Kikongo. Negative. They go together. Ka and ko. Or ki and ko. Tata Emeka.
Onkento osinga lambe ve kasinga lamba nkutuko.
Thank you. Tutondele.
Mpanzu, could you say kisinga as well or no?
Here.
Yes, could you say kisinga there? Or you have to say kasinga?
Let me just ask the Tata David.
Okay.
Okay.
When you say ki, what do you mean? What is the person?
Well, I'm saying, well, he or she, right?
No, so brother Emeka. No, I'm just writing. I'm asking Tata David to try to help us.
Okay.
Okay.
Ka is third,
second person. So
first.
It would be he or she.
This is he or she, but kisinga first person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah. So no, that wouldn't work then.
Okay. Thank you.
Sorry, brother David. Sorry.
Tutondele.
Sorry, brother David. You said?
No, I was just saying that key wouldn't work there.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yes, this is third person. Let me try to help here. Onkundiaku contraction, vowel contraction. Onkundiaku osinga vutuke ve kasinga vutuka nkutuko. Tata Emeka.
Onkudiaku osinga vutuke ve kasinga vutuka nkutuko.
Nenda Nengwa Rachel.
Nkundiaku osinga vutuke.
Well done.
Ve kasinga vutuka nkutuko.
Well done. Kasinga vutuka nkutuko. Tata Davidi.
Onkundiaku osinga vutuke ve kasinga vutuka nkutuko.
Tutondele.
Nkutuko.
Yes, nkutuko.
Yeah. Sorry, I made it sound like an O.
Sorry, let me just go back. This one. Kasinga vutuka nkutuko. What was the question? I missed your question, sorry.
Oh, no question. I just said I when I said nkutuko first, I made it sound like an O.
Okay.
So it's not.
Tata Emeka, omuntu.
Omuntu osinga vate
Mhm.
ve katsinga vata nkutuko.
Titondele. Diambote. Nengo Rachel, please.
Omuntu osinga vate
Mhm.
ve kasinga vata nkutuko.
Tata Davidi.
Omuntu osinga vate ve kasinga vata nkutuko.
Thank you. Endezimwana. Osinga sale. Be careful here. This is very important. Tata Emeka.
Endezi mwana osinga sale
Well done.
ve kasinga sala nkutuko.
Thank you. Nengo Rachel, please.
Ndezi mwana osinga sale ve kasinga sala nkutuko.
Endezimwana osinga sale ve kasinga sala nkutuko. Thank you. Oh, Mr. Tata David. Go ahead, Tata David.
Ndezi mwana osinga sale ve kasinga sale nkutuko.
Kasinga sala nkutuko. Tata Emeka.
Mfumu wa vata
Well done.
osinga vove ve kasinga vova nkutuko.
Well done. I'm very impressed. Yeah. Vowel contraction. Mfumuavata. Nengwa Rachel, please.
Mfumu vwata osinga vove ve kasinga vova nkutuko.
Yeah, thank you. I know you are resilient. Can you go again, please? Mfumuavata. Mfumuavata. Mfumuavata.
Mfumuavata. Mfumuavata. Mfumuavata osinga vove ve kasinga vova nkutuko.
Be careful here.
Nkutu, right?
Yeah, we don't read N. We don't read N. N for
I'm using it. Yeah, I'm using my nasal. So nkutu.
Tata David.
Mfumuavata osinga vove ve kasinga vova nkutuko.
Thank you. Wow. Ngababa nkutuko. Tata Emeka omwana.
Omwana osinga leke ve kasinga leke nkutuko.
Singa leka nkutuko.
Singa leka nkutuko.
Nengwa Rachel, please.
Omwana osinga leke ve kasinga leka.
You stop, dude. Just wait. Just wait, my boy. I'm almost done.
Nkutuko.
Well done. Well done. Thank you.
Sorry, my dog is whining in the back.
Tata Nengwa. Sorry. Tata David. Sorry.
Omwana osinga leke ve kasinga leke nkutuko.
Thank you. Thank you. Remember, Congo is a tonal language, intonation, yes, and a long vowel. NK is just k. Tata Emeka.
Omuntu osinga vivile ve kasinga vivila nkutuko.
Let me just thank you very much, brother. Tata Tutonde. Let me just answer because Sister Liz was asked a question. This is listen. Vivila. Vivila. Mm. Wa. It here. 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 Mm. Yes. Remember we were talking about no, the other person was writing. Nengwa. Nengwa Rachel.
Omuntu osinga vivile
Mm.
ve kasinga vivila nkutuko.
Thank you. Tata Davidi.
Ubuntu osinga vivile de kasinga vivila nkutuko.
Ah, well done. Going to the last one. Tata Emeka.
Mfumwavata osinga vioke
Vyo, okay.
vioke ve kasinga vioka nkutuko.
Nengwa Rachel, please.
Efumuvuata osinga vioke ve kasinga vioka nkutuko.
Thank you. Just make it one word. I think Brother Emeka tried to explain word last time. I think if you took it this the W, yeah? Yeah, Brother Emeka.
Follow it.
Yes, mfum, and then what between the U and the A, you turn into a W. Y.
Yeah, easier, yeah.
Yeah,
Make one
mfum
word.
Y.
Take this as W, one word.
Okay.
Fumwa. Fumwa.
Efumuavata.
Well done. Yeah. You are like a Kipavita, you know? Not a lady Kipavita. That's no wonder. Remember last time we were talking about the Congo ladies.
Yes. Resist.
I mean, okay, we are. Ve kasinga vyo kankutuko. Tata David.
Fumwavata usinga vyoke de kasinga vyoka nkutuko.
Well done. Okay, thumbs up. Okay, we're done. I can't do it now. Next time we go to the grammar. Thank you very much.
Tutondele.
Tondele. Remember, enjoy. Okay, Nengwa Louise say Tondele. Let me just put back quickly. People are saying hello to you. Nengwa Lina, thank you. Kiambote Keno.
Kiambote.
Tata Emeka, can you translate Kiambote Keno?
Kiambote Keno. Hello to you, right? Hello to you.
Kiambote Lina.
Thank you. That is correct. Hello to you. Yes. Kiambote Nengwa Antonio Marcelina. Someone wrote Kutu Azoa, but this is another version, another way of saying same thing. You could have said Kutu Azoa, Mbalamosi, or Kumbumosi. It is the same thing. The person saying that is saying that Kingelezo Kiambote Kasi Wow to he's saying that it's good. English is good, but now we need to talk Kikongo, speaking Kikongo.
Ngeta.
Interesting. Okay, that Nangolisa. Thank you, Nangolisa. Okay, we love Kikongo. Of course we do. Remember Kipavita, yes. Okay, thank you very much. Merry Christmas. We're coming back on 10th. Yes? Yes.
Okay.
Enjoy your holidays.
This is Sunday, January 10th.
Same to you.
Thank you.
Kola Esiama. Remember, I've read that quickly. So, we do Wakola Esiama. Wakola Esiama, singular. Kola Esiama. By the way, this Siama is something CME. When you say CME, remember, sister? Sister wrote to CME. Have you seen my messages? Siama.
Wakola Yesiama.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Go be well.
Kola is Yama. Kola, be strong and healthy.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Wakola
Kola
ye.
this is
Okay.
we're stopping there. This is Congo, our ancestors' blessings, you know.
So we
This was the millennium. I mean, that's why we make sure we keep saying it so people need to catch it. I mean, the new generation.
exactly. So
Tutondele, Lwenda Gambote.
Wakola Yesiama.
Tutondele, bye.
Wakola.
Mbaki malauka sekulu betu sikuti na Samueli bakome yango ya mpio yo Roger Massamba Chana Sélection victoire hapa tukwenda hapa tukutuka kumbanda Kongo tudoluka nango kumbanda Kongo nana shushu nanga kumbanda Kongo ya yale premalia kumbanda Kongo nana yo mayengo Lais Mayasi Lenga Mambo Mulewa Wili Mese Mulewa José Congolo FBI